It's Friday, and on Risk and Reward, that means elevator pitch day. One entrepreneur, one elevator, 30 seconds. It starts now. I am here with Ron J. Williams. He is the founder of Simplist. Ron, what's it all about?
So Simplist is for companies and teams looking to reach the right people. We make it easy for them to target with personalized messaging, customers, contacts, so that they convert and become engaged advocates. In a world where it costs 5 times as much to acquire new customers as it does to engage an existing one, turn those people into advocates, hit them with messaging that's personalized to them. They'll open up, they'll convert, right message to the right people.
So the person in Brooklyn, different than the dog lover, different than the Upper East Side viewer.
Exactly right.
All right, we'll see what kind of feedback you get from the judges. That is the pitch. We want to introduce you to the judges at Kelly, Keenan, and Trumpbour from C. Jane Invest. Jack Hidary, he is the former Dice.com CEO, and Nick Poulos, he is of Bowery Capital. So, Kelly, what did you make of the pitch?
I thought it was a great pitch. One of the things I'd like to know is if you can tell us a little bit about the market and how you stand among other competitors in the space and what you think you're up against.
Sure, it's a great question. So we think the market actually is the sort of smaller and medium-sized businesses that currently spend something like $40 billion on content marketing, on customer relationship management software, but really find themselves overwhelmed by the complexity and sort of size of the offerings. So Salesforce and Oracle have these huge, ginormous platform offerings that are sometimes too much for the mom and pops that are using things like MailChimp, MyEmma, Constant Contact, et cetera.
Jack.
Ron, I think warm leads are where it's at. Be it hiring people, candidates, looking to fill positions, looking for sales, and bringing prospects in the door, warm leads are where it's at. So I like the fact that your pitch really focuses on getting warm leads to businesses for candidates or for sales. My question to you is vertical focus. Right now, it looks like from the website, you're trying to conquer the whole beach. Any vertical, come in, we'll work with you. What I found to be successful is when you go after one or two key verticals specifically, such as we went after, say, in IT jobs, as opposed to all jobs initially. Do you have any feeling of the verticals you want to go after initially to really get successful in those and then branch out?
So that's spot on. So actually, we're still in the process of learning. As you may have seen on the site, we're in private beta at the moment precisely because we had initial interest and intent on even paying customers from across multiple verticals. But I don't feel like we've seen the sort of the critical moment yet where we understand that it fully is recruiting or it fully is content marketers explicitly. So it's a little bit of TBD. All
right. So Nick, does that answer one of your concerns or?
I think I have one question for you here. Lead generation, as Jack mentioned, and nurturing is a big enterprise pain point these days, both for recruiting, also for B2B sales teams. But perennially, the quality of these leads is actually the biggest challenge. So what does Simplist do to ensure that these leads are going to be high conversion, high value for each one of your clients?
So I will say this candidly. So lead generation is we think it's a tough nut to crack. And from our conversations, I think the hardest part about it is what you're saying. Folks want to know that they're not going to waste time. Salespeople's time is their money. And so when you give them a lead that isn't well qualified, that's a bad lead for them. So what we actually found the most energy around in many ways is push button segmentation. If you can tell me that I can send an email that's going to get opened literally 14 to 20 times more, if it'll get clicked 10 to 15 times more than my content marketing, even for product sales, even for re-engagement, advocacy, fundraising from a nonprofit, those types of activities actually wind up being functionally better, more successful activities for our technology, which is why we think we sit so well under the sort of MailChimp, ESPs type stuff. Sales guys, we love them. We're not quite sure we can serve them quite as well explicitly.
Got it.
Kelly, based on what you've heard, would you introduce Ron to your investing partners?
Oh, I definitely consider that. And I'd be interested, too, just how easy do you feel like the user experience is? Because I think a lot of times when I hear these pitches and I get colleagues interested, what they want to know is how quick will the uptake be? Will people figure it out, or will they need help from somebody in your organization to navigate this platform?
So I think that is the single best question, the customer experience. Not that I didn't love the other questions, but the customer experience, I think, is what's going to count. It's why we're actually going upstream, and we're talking to some of the folks that we should be integrated with. So the core technology, we've actually built our own API that we use, our product. Our product use our own API, but we think that we belong sort of integrated more closely. You should never have to leave MailChimp or MyEmma, so we're building some fun integrations there. So it is dead simple, click a button in this new kind of interoperable API-driven world that we live in.
Jack, would you introduce Ron?
Deirdre, before I would introduce and get to the next step, one of the key questions I still would have is around partnerships. You have a great product. I really like the idea of using social to get candidates specifically for the job. I think you're going to be more successful on the job side than the sales lead side, but the job is big. I'd want to see at least one partnership before getting to the next step. Could be Career Builder, could be another job board, could be another job recruiting site, but at least one partnership that allows you to have a really robust sales channel for yourself to get to more customers. That would be the key next step for me.
Okay.
I'd say for me, the key concern would actually be scalability. So in general, software businesses are able to achieve very high margins because the technology does the work, not the people. Traditionally in lead gen, ensuring high quality has involved a lot of manual time. And so I would want to really ensure that it's the software and the technology that's doing the work. And if we could really show that that's the case, then definitely I'd love to learn more.
All right, so that's 3 measured yeses, which is not bad for being in beta. Ron Williams, thank you very much for the pitch. Judges, thank you very much for the feedback. Kelly, Keenan, Trumpbour, Jack Hidary, and Nick Poulos.